World Population Report launched in Parliament and harsh penalties for public office bearers involved in misconduct. Good evening, I'm Greg Hoos. Sub-Saharan Africa, including South Africa, is faced with serious challenges of reducing poverty and inequality that will culminate in reducing population growth. A special advisor at the Department of Social Development, Zane Dango, says research has shown that family sizes tend to decrease as people's quality of life increases. The department has launched the 2011 State of World Population Report in Parliament. Dango elaborates.
Active strategies to reduce poverty and inequality tend to drive down population growth. So that is one of the key challenges for Sub-Saharan Africa and South Africa. Where you have high levels of inequality, you also have social problems. For example, teenage pregnancy is found in every society where you have high levels of inequality. Active strategies to empower women, to empower the girl child, and to reduce poverty and inequality. That will be key focuses for the South African government going over the next 20 years.
Government has warned public office bearers who flout financial regulations that they will face harsh penalties. The Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan and the Accountant General Freeman Namvalo sounded the warning at a parliamentary hearing on the minister's medium-term budget policy statement. Namvalo says his office is busy with a review to align the Public Finance Management Act with other laws that regulate financial conduct in the public service. Gordhan says the act could be changed to increase penalties for financial misconduct.
We're certainly looking at amendments to the PFMA which would lay greater accountability at the door of officials and politicians who might make some of these decisions. And where some of these things reach gross levels, we need greater sanctions than we might have at the moment.
ANC veteran Winnie Madikizela Mandela's likened the disciplinary hearing against the Youth League President Julius Malema to the hate speech case which was heard in the Equality Court. She was speaking after testifying at Malema's hearing at the Rand Stadium in Johannesburg. Malema is charged with sowing divisions in the ranks of the ruling party and bringing it into disrepute. The case was postponed to the 3rd of next month. Madikizela Mandela had this to say.
We are back in the days of the Agri Forum. The charges which you know about are no different from those Malema was answering in the Supreme Court about the song. And in that song, the organization is taking the matter up because of how wrong that is. I do not know if anyone can be charged for advocating for the return of the land.
President Jacob Zuma's extended condolences to Kenya following recent grenade attacks that targeted Kenyans at a nightclub and a bus terminal. In a statement, he says the South African government is deeply saddened by the loss of life resulting from Monday's attacks. 1 person was killed and 20 others wounded. Spokesperson for the International Relations Department, Clayson Moniela.
The South African government condemns in the strongest possible terms these acts of terrorism aimed at maiming and hurting innocent people. The Department of International Relations and Cooperation is in contact with the High Commission in Nairobi and is monitoring the situation and will communicate further developments. The South African government calls upon any persons or organizations responsible for this atrocious deed to refrain from using indiscriminate violence to achieve their aims.
The chairperson and president of Japanese camera maker Olympus has resigned following damaging allegations of financial wrongdoing at the company. He lasted less than 2 weeks on the job. The top story at 6 o'clock, Sub-Saharan Africa, including South Africa, is faced with serious challenges of reducing poverty and inequality that will culminate in reducing population growth.